guys? This is video 13 for the Q&A stuff, so I'm just going to continue right off the line, whatever that means, from where I was, finish off the questions from the first video we did, the first Q&A video. So we're going to get right into it with Drunk Panda Ink. Now that I know how that is, I always thought it was something else. I think I mentioned that once before. I thought it was Drunk Pandemic or something like that, but now I got it. So anyway, we'll go on. We were talking about Beast Wars. Well, he was. I didn't respond to it, so yes, I remember all the Beast Wars. I might do a Beast War video on this shelf here for my collections. It's just it takes so long since I have to transform all of them because I store them in beast mode. So I don't know about that. But his question was, how in the world do you keep your cat from knocking your stuff over? Or do I just pick it up all the time? I keep them from knocking the stuff over by not having stuff on the shelves. Like I said, I don't have my toy room ready yet, so I don't have a room dedicated for it, so I don't have any room that's closed off, so the cats are going everywhere, so I don't leave anything out. So that's all I do. It's not a good answer, but it's the only answer I have right now. Alright, next question is from Sonko2K. What was your first custom commission slash personal? The very first one, not counting using a Sharpie on my old 90s X-Men figures, was NECA Street Fighter Ryu. I painted him up to look like an evil Ryu or Dark Ryu. I sold that on eBay. Then the guy that bought it had me do, I think he had me do a Psycho Ken. So that was my second. It was just a repaint again. And then I did a repaint of Akuma, the NECA one. I turned his gi to the proper blue color, added the kanji on the back, and added some hair, that kind of thing. Hair paint. So those all repaints then. And then the first one that I actually did any sculpting on was my first DJ figure, which it was a little rough, but I think it turned out pretty good, and it turned into something pretty good in terms of customizing. So that was that. Some of my earlier ones were also 12-inch Halo 3 repaints of the Spartans, turning them red. And I think I did a silver. I know I did a silver one. I think it was just red and silver. So those were some of my earlier ones. Okay, next question from Yermania C. Sorry about that. Have you ever made a diorama for yourself? If not, have you thought of making one, and if so, what is it? No, I have not. I don't have the space for the stuff I have. I definitely don't have the space for a dio, but I do like to make them. So if anybody ever wanted me to, that'd be fun to do. I would like to do that, but they take a lot of time. If you've ever made one yourself to a quality level, then you know it takes a good deal of time. So like I said, just don't have time. Here's another question from the same user. What makes you decide what toy lines to collect? For example, you collect DCUC, but not the New 52. I don't not collect New 52. I don't collect DCD or DCC. I don't collect 7-inch scale figures unless I have random Marvel Select mixed in with the Legends. I just don't collect 7-inch scale figures of comic book characters. So that's why I don't have the New 52 set that I think you're talking about. That's all. I go by scale and quality and price, and articulation typically is a big factor, so I don't do most of the Marvel Selector or DC Direct or DC Collectibles just because of the lack of articulation, even though most of the time the sculpts are better. For me, there's no point in having hip or knee articulation if the ankle can't move, because you can't use any of it. So he's going to stand still like a statue, and I don't typically collect statues. So there's a long answer for that. Josh Nuestro asks, are you planning on buying the Figma Avengers, or are you not planning on buying them? Yes, I am. Haven't worked out a way to get the Japanese Iron Man, so if anybody out there is from Japan or has a connection that can grab one of those, let me know. I'm interested to talk to you about that. But I will be getting the regular Iron Man at least, and Thor, and probably whatever else they come out with. They are really expensive though, so that's a plan. It's not set in stone. We'll see what happens. And then the last question for this video, and for this video, is from Walker Daniels. What is your favorite line from McFarlane's Halo stuff? Halo 3, Halo Reach, etc. Also, what is your favorite figure from McFarlane's Halo line? By far, and this isn't to say anything bad about the other ones, Halo 3 is my favorite line of the Halo stuff. I absolutely love that line. I miss it. It's very reminiscent every time I look at one of those figures. I really like the Reach Line 2, Halo 4. I like them, but they're not as fun to play with and not as fun to have. So Halo 3 by far. And my favorite figure from that line, it might be the blue or the steel Hayabusa. I'm not a huge Hayabusa fan, but those figures turned out really, really nice. The Sage one's really good also. Just my personal preference. I know they have a lot of quality figures like the Brutes and those other figures, but I really liked those guys. Although Ripa was a really nice figure too. Alright, so that's it guys. Thanks for the questions. Thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for more videos like this, more custom figures, more figure reviews, and all kinds of other good stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.